Alliance for a Better Utah stand united at the Capitol with a clear message.
And kind of a rhetorical, cruel trick.
When things just didn't seem to be adding up.
And now look at the situation we're in.
Made headlines again for reversing his decision to remove a foster child from lesbian couple's home.
Well, now a group wants Judge Johansson removed from the courtroom permanently.
The Medicaid clock is ticking. Alliance for a Better Utah
says that's bad policy.
Those are nice words, and we would agree with all of those. But the reality is that his predecessors had a constitutional obligation to uphold the law.
ABU is a defender of the rights of the people.
ABU wants to bring balance to every conversation and to every issue, especially here in Utah where so often the conversations are not balanced.
We believe that we can help make Utah better.
A rapid reaction force in opposition to political rumdummery that is endemic in a one-party state.
We believe in that role of being a watchdog and, the hill-raising group, and but in a classy way.
As Mike Lee was threatening another shutdown with his pal Ted Cruz, we did a mock-up of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure that was Mike and Ted's Excellent Shutdown. We had Senate President Wayne Niederhauser, who's the treasurer of a group called ALEC, Photoshop next to the Death Star and saying we believe the Death Star probably had a treasure or two, but that doesn't make it good.
Commissioner Phil Lyman's ill-advised ride through Capture Canyon.
The San Juan County Commissioner's legal fees are contributing to the ongoing debate.
And people came to his defense, including the governor and many legislators, to the point that they were throwing cash on a table to support his legal defense. Phil Lyman has the right to do what he wants to go do, but if he's going to do it in a manner that breaks the law, then he needs to be held accountable just like anybody else.
Each cross statistically representing a Utah life lost waiting for Medicaid expansion during 2 years of political wrangling.
Medicaid expansion advocates are turning up the heat on lawmakers.
Alliance for a Better Utah now asking Utahns to call their legislators, and more specifically, the Speaker of the House.
Call Mr. Hughes, email him, knock on his door, and tell him that he has a responsibility of leadership.
In the Medicaid discussion, I think our role was really to say enough is enough. It's time to do something more dramatic, to remind the legislature that this is not a conversation just about economics.
The most heartwarming moment for me was when we were putting crosses up on the south lawn of the Capitol building, and I looked over and saw another board member with a baby strapped to her back, pounding crosses in the lawn. It just made me smile.
The Donut Hole documentary was a documentary that was envisioned by and created by two medical students who teamed up with ABU to present the tragic stories of several of the folks in our community who fell within the Medicaid gap.
So in the Medicaid conversation, we had 30 medical students actually delivering donut holes to legislators on the Capitol. But it really was meaningful in making sure that people think about that these are real lives at stake, that people are in this coverage gap, and the donut hole matters.
The board of Alliance for a Better Utah is a group of people that I wish all of my neighbors had an opportunity to spend time with and come to know and come to appreciate.
Like when I say hill raising, I don't think that we're overly responsive or emotional in our responses. Like I feel like we consider comments and policies and problems and issues from as many sides as we can, rather than just knee-jerk. We're not knee-jerk about how we react to things. So I would say we're kind of reasoned about it.
We're dealing with very serious issues that need to be addressed, but we do it in a way that is fun. It's exciting. We are trying to do things that make a difference.
Whether that's at our very beginning calling out Senate President Waddups for an apology, or filing a bar complaint or an election law complaint against John Swallow, or sending medical students up to the Capitol with donut holes this year, or nailing 360 crosses on the Capitol lawn. doing a citizen's audit of the Attorney General's office. All of these things are creative ways of making people have a conversation about something going on in the state that just needs to happen.